July 15th, and an important announcement that will be released directly impacting Social Security checks. And yes, this does include retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, VA, and RRB beneficiaries. We're right down to the wire here, and I want to point out the details of this announcement, as again, it will be directly impacting how much more you're going to be getting in your monthly benefits as we turn the corner on the second half of 2025. We're in a very, very interesting time of year right now, and this is the official time right here, right now, where we are living at this exact moment. Again, all of this directly impacts our monthly benefits. We're going to continue watching this information very, very closely, and this data point we're going to be getting, again, released in the morning of the 15th here in just a matter of days, is going to be very, very pivotally important. Okay, let me share with you exactly what's going on here and exactly why we want to watch this data very closely, as well as what I just meant a second ago by saying we're officially in it right here, right now. We're officially in it, and again, what we're living right now is going to impact our monthly benefits. Still early on, but it will impact our benefits. Okay, the morning of the 15th, which happens to be Tuesday, by the way, this is the date in which we're going to be getting the all-important CPI, otherwise known as Consumer Price Index, or as we like to call it, the inflation report. Okay, now this one is going to be on the behalf of June's inflation data. However, remember, this is going to be the last data point that we get before we actually start getting the official ones that actually directly pertain to our monthly benefits, as in the COLA raise. However, as you probably heard me talk about before in other videos as well, the time that we're in right here, right now, well, number one, we're in the third quarter of the year, right? July, August, and September, the third quarter of the year. These are the 3 months that are used to determine how much of COLA we're going to be getting. Well, what have we been seeing over the last several months here? Well, we've been seeing inflation ticking higher. We've seen prices moving higher. And again, with all of this that I've said before in other videos, back, a handful of months ago when we saw the announcements on all these tariffs and the implementation of all the tariffs, we weren't going to see all of that actually hitting prices for a few months. Well, guess where we are right now? Yeah, all the tariffs are really, really starting to bite right now. This is where we're starting to see it impacting prices. In fact, we saw it hitting in June, and basically now and beyond, we're going to see all of that really impacting prices. Well, if we see all of the impacts of the tariffs and just life and just things going on with the overall economy reflected in actual price increases and higher inflation, things like that, right now would probably be, if we're going to do it, let's do it now so that we can actually capture that increase in inflation, because that's how we're going to get a higher COLA, right? So for the first several months of this year, the projections coming out were looking really bad. Like, we're going to get maybe a 2% COLA. It was not looking all that great. But we've actually seen inflation moving higher, and based on what we're seeing, because of the implementation of the tariffs and things like that, and just the economic scenario that we're living in right now, we could likely see a lot of this moving higher rapidly. That's what we've been so concerned about for a while, is that it might be like this dormant sleeping giant, right? It's kind of there. It's not that really big of a deal yet. It doesn't really seem like it's impacting us all that much. But the sucker could wake up and all of a sudden, whoa, look out, the cave monster is coming out, right? And that's kind of what this whole inflation situation is with all the tariffs and everything, is that all of a sudden we could see it ignite very quickly and rapidly increase prices across the board. Well, that's where we're at right now. So this data point that we're going to be getting out again on the 15th or on Tuesday, this will be June's inflation data. Now, I want to be fair with you. This one is not used in the calculation to determine how much of a COLA we're going to be getting. They don't use June. They use July, August, and September. They use the third quarter of the year. However, as I've mentioned before in other videos, we want to continue to keep an eye on these numbers, because when we get these data points, it gives us a little bit of a trend. In other words, what's the trajectory of overall inflation? Is it moving up? Is it moving down? Moving sideways? What's going on with it? So as we get this further indication as to the next data point and a further trajectory of the direction of inflation, we can kind of better project as far as to see where the COLA is actually going to land. Now, in about, what is this, July? In 3 months from now, just trying to remember, I know when it is, but I'm just saying, in 3 months from now, so in the middle of October is when we're going to get the official announcement on the COLA. So even in a month from now, in the middle of August. I'm not actually sure what the date is. I haven't looked it up yet. But sometime in the middle of August, we will be getting July's inflation data, and that's going to be a very important one. That'll be point number 1 of 3 points that we need in order to determine exactly how much of a raise we're going to be getting. Now, also remember this much. Do we need I don't know, a 7%, a 9%, a 12% COLA right now? Or do we need a little pathetic 1.5% or maybe 2%? I mean, obviously we need significantly more, right? We recognized over the last several years, as prices have increased rapidly and they've gotten away from fixed income beneficiaries and benefits have fallen behind yet again, that we need a really big, massive raise. But also coupled with an increase that's that big, I'm not saying that it's going to be that big. All I'm saying is that if inflation actually, or if the COLA actually turns out to be that big, that means that we also see significantly higher inflation. So it's kind of like one of these situations where it's take your pick. Do you want lower prices and a lower COLA, or do you want higher prices, significantly higher prices, and also significantly higher COLA, right? But anyway, we also recognize how the COLA never keeps up with real price increases. That's the whole same song and dance we've been hearing about for many, many years. It's the reality of the situation. Anyway, this is going to be an important one. So I'll continue to watch this very closely. I will continue to keep you posted on what this means for you and your monthly benefit. But again, June's inflation data coming out on the 15th here. This one is not used for the calculation, but it gives us a better trajectory, a better direction of the overall inflation trend that we're looking at to determine exactly what we can foresee going forward as far as where we're going to land with all of this inflation, where we're going to land with the COLA, right? So anyway, we have to continue to keep an eye on everything. And again, the second half of the year here, it's going to be a very, very interesting time. You've heard me talk about this before, the videos recently as well. A lot of big things are going to be happening. So either way, I'll keep you posted on all this, and let's just see what happens. And again, if they do happen to come in and stimulate, if they were to do that, just remember this much as well. If they were to do that, that would also likely cause inflation. The thing about that, though, is that inflation is usually delayed, right? From the time that potential stimulus were to go out until the time that inflation hits, it's several months afterward is when we actually see the rapidly rising prices. So, just want to point that out really quickly. I mean, I could go down another rabbit hole here and talk about all kinds of things with that, but let's just leave it at that for now. Anyway, if you need any help with your Medicare, check this out. Right here, this phone number right here, will connect you with a dedicated team of trusted advisors that are waiting to help you. Just give them a call. Again, anything in regards to Medicare, whether it's your initial enrollment because you're turning 65 or you're retiring or you're moving across state lines or county lines, or maybe if you have a Medicare supplement, a Medigap plan, a Medicare Part D plan, Medicare Advantage, whatever it happens to be, again, call them right there, phone number. Make sure to write that down. Take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever you got to do. And they're helping you out in a massive way. Thousands and thousands of you here in this community have already called them. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the testimonials and the reviews. It's incredible to see how much people are saving, which, by the way, the average senior is saving $1,100 from a simple 5, 10, 15, maybe 20-minute phone call with a trusted advisor right here as they're reviewing 20+ thousand plans across the entire country to find the right plans in your local area for you and your personal needs, including the doctors and providers you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to go to, the prescription needs if you have any at all. They're finding all of it, and it's totally free for them to work on your behalf. So absolutely incredible. Give them a call if you have not done so. Again, write this phone number down. Take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever you've got to do. And they're waiting to help you out. Again, totally free. Join the other thousands of people here in this community that have already called them, and just see. It doesn't hurt to ask. Seriously, it's totally free. It does not hurt to ask. That is my motto in life. Ask. You never know what you're going to get unless you ask. It's incredible. All right, anyway, if you're new here, if you've not done so yet, please subscribe. Otherwise, who do you know that could benefit from that information with their help with Medicare right here? Who could benefit from that information? Friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, coworkers, parents, the person down the street, anybody like that, please go ahead and share that phone number with them. And then when they save a bunch of money and get better coverages, you get all the credit, you get all the praise, and they are very appreciative of you for sharing that information. Otherwise, please share this video as well. Big share button right down below. Otherwise, check out the other 5,000 plus videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand selected for you down below in the description or popping up on your screen in just a minute here. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, until next time, have a nice day. Take care. Stay warm, or sorry, stay cool out there. Wrong season. Sorry. Stay cool out there. And I hope to see you again soon in the next